This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
Hello and welcome once again to Talking Pictures Podcast. I'm your host David and joined with me, as always, my co-host Brian. Brian, how are you today?
Kano was the shit and definitely wins the movie. I want a sequel, but make it better. I said that in April 2021.
Let me cast my mind's eye back to April of 2021. We were smack bang in the middle of lockdown. It was, for me, 3 houses ago. It was a time where the cinemas were closed, but Warner Brothers said, you know what, let's still release our movies. So we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, we got Mortal Kombat, we got
Godzilla x
Kong.
Sorry, versus V Kong. It was Godzilla v Kong.
The newer one is X Kong.
Yeah.
We got Tenet, which, because of that release, led to Christopher Nolan leaving Warner Brothers, and so we got Oppenheimer.
Actually, I think that the Tenet one was excluded. I don't think that was a date release.
No, I think it was. I think that's what caused Christopher Nolan to split.
I think it was the overall decision to do it for the rest of the movies, because I know the Suicide Squad was one. Now, obviously, this was a year long of 2021 movies, but this was in the spring of 2021. What did me and you do in your living room?
I'm gonna guess we watched Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, I was gonna guess that as well. Yeah, that's exactly what we did. Do you recall your initial thoughts on the movie? Your retrospective thoughts on it?
I mean, not really. To be honest with you, it's not a film I've thought about much.
No?
Between April 2021 and May 2026 over the last 5 years. Actually, now saying that, 5 years? How has it been 5 years since that day? I remember, watching it.
Yeah.
I remember it being, it's fine. It's a fun movie. If you're into Mortal Kombat, I don't know. Here's the thing, okay, about these video game adaptations. In the same way that I am not happy with the way Last of Us Season 2 portrayed the game, it doesn't bother me in Mortal Kombat because I'm not a fan of Mortal Kombat. You know?
You're not
any inaccuracies I'm not aware of, so it doesn't bother me.
So you're not offended about the depth and daunting and dense story that Mortal Kombat has to offer in its game franchise?
Is there a depth to it?
What, man?
2 guys fighting.
Kano! Yeah,
just say Kano, yeah. That's it. That wins every argument. Just say Kano.
Oh, come on, though. When we did watch the first movie, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, to start the movie and end the movie with them. The rest of the movie was filler, definitely, with Kano only holding the entirety of the movie on his shoulders. So that guy definitely needed a chiropractor job for the week.
It's a franchise that I don't know anything about.
Neither do I. I really don't. And honestly,
I know some of the characters. The fact that I know Sub-Zero, I know Scorpion.
Yeah.
Didn't know Sonya Blade. Didn't know Jax.
You knew Johnny Cage, who was not there.
No. Wouldn't know Johnny Cage.
Would you not?
Nope.
All right.
Didn't know Liu Kang. Didn't know Raiden. I'd say the majority of the characters I didn't know.
Right.
I knew Katana.
Did you?
Not in the first movie.
Did you?
Just because it's one of those those sound bites. You know, they say it all throughout this movie and the last movie.
Yeah,
it's fatality.
Yeah, it's the announcer.
Yeah, flawless victory.
Yeah.
All this stuff. But for some reason, whenever I hear Kano says it in the first movie, it's Kano wins.
Yeah.
In my mind, it's always Katana wins.
Oh.
Whenever I hear that version, it's Katana.
Or Scorpion saying, "Get over here."
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, you mentioned it. You're thinking you're reading my mind.
We're on the same wavelength?
What?
We're on the same wavelength?
We are on the same wavelength
Good.
because you said with these video game adaptations, right? Follow me, right?
Sorry, just before you go on, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the difference between the Mortal Kombat characters and Street Fighter characters. I couldn't name a single Street Fighter character. I know that there's the one guy who beats up a car. That's it. But that's my level of these fighting games. It's I don't know anything about them. So to say that there is some kind of a story is news to me. I genuinely thought it was just a fighting simulator. That's it.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what
no,
it is.
I just want to preface it by telling people that's where we're coming at in terms of knowledge of these.
Well, we can do an assessment and analysis on Street Fighter when it comes out and see.
We don't have to.
We don't have to.
Continue what you're saying.
Are you sure, man?
You continue what you're saying.
We've been getting a lot of movies and shows announced that are adaptation of video games, and a lot of them with writers or directors attached. Stay going. Resident Evil with Zack Krager. We have a Watch Dogs movie which is somewhere in limbo, but it's finished and it stars Jon Snow. We have Street Fighter coming up. We have The Legend of Zelda from Wes Ball, who's just come from Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Not happy with the sequel they're doing with that one, but that's a conversation for another day. Justin Lin's doing Helldivers with Jason Momoa. Michael Sarnowski, who's after doing Pig and Quiet Place Day One, is doing Death Stranding, and I believe he's confirmed he's not doing that with Daryl Dixon. Alex Garland's filming Elden Ring. Peter Berg's doing his Call of Duty, written by Taylor Sheridan. I haven't done the TikTok yet for that, but that's a lifelong waiting. David Leitch is attached to do Gears of War. Francis Lawrence attached to do Bioshock. The Final Destination Bloodline directors are attached to do a Metal Gear Solid movie. John M. Chu, after the two Wicked movies, is attached to do probably the one video game adaptation I really want to see, just purely on the environment and the narrative alone. Split Fiction. Sydney Sweeney is attached to that. Don't know how I feel about that. And now, almost recently, Christopher McQuarrie's doing a Battlefield with Michael B. Jordan. Guess what? We're not done there. We've got a new Assassin's Creed series coming on Netflix. We have a Life is Strange series coming from Amazon. I don't know what that is, but it looks kind of interesting because it's a murder mystery where your partner is a ghost. We have a God of War series that is coming from Amazon as well as Tomb Raider from Amazon, as well as Mass Effect from Amazon. Amazon's killing it. And Far Cry series, which is not going to adapt the game. Yeah, I know, right? And then, sure, don't we have the continuation of other games such as Fallout on fucking Amazon, or the likes of Season 3 of The Last of Us, which I am looking forward to, or which...
Sonic the Hedgehog 4?
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
I'd almost guarantee there's going to be another Super Mario whatever
at some point. And yeah, maybe it's time for The Witcher.
Minecraft 2.
Yeah, so maybe it's time for The Witcher to end this thing. So, hefty list, is it not?
It is. Listen, I think we're moving into the video game time. You know, we've been in the superhero genre for the last 20 years. Yeah. And while in the superhero genre in these last 20 years, let's say since the Dark Knight, we've been in this kind of, the superhero genre is the mainstay of Hollywood. Yeah. There have been superhero movies before that. And in that same way, I think that we're entering into the video game genre, where that is the main dominating genre. Yes, there have been video games before that.
Yeah. Shit, though. They were shit.
The majority, let's face it, the majority of video game adaptations are not good. And that's it's tough because you and I are coming at it from, we're both movie lovers and video game lovers. You know, I've played a lot of the games that you've mentioned there, I've played in some form or some fashion. And I've had adaptations come out of things that I really love, and they're not up to par. They're not good. I won't mention them because I couldn't say that I hated Halo again.
You're going to start. You want to start this conversation? You want to have this argument?
Yeah. No, I don't, because what's the point? Because I win.
You will.
But
because I concur.
It's good, I suppose, that okay, there are diamonds in the rough, and there are some great diamonds, and I think that one that I'm really looking forward to is Zack Krieger's Resident Evil, because I've never played a Resident Evil game, and I've never been interested in the other Resident Evil movies. But you give a fantastic director a franchise like that, and him coming up with an original story within that, that won't impede on the games or anything like that. It's its own thing. It's hard to know where to come down on it, because on one hand I can say that's great, you know, a talented director doing a story within this universe, but then I can condemn something like Halo, which is not at all following the source material. And it's like, what, you know, which is it? Now, if Zack Krieger was doing a story where the main focus was Chris Redfield and Leon Kennedy, and it was completely removed from the story of Resident Evil, like you're just taking known characters and putting them in different scenarios, that's a problem. That's kind of what the Halo story did, is it took Master Chief and it took Cortana, and it's like, okay, well, we're going to tell this different story altogether. And it's like, but that's not Halo. Like, don't take your main characters and just put them into anything. So
what you're trying to say is go big or go home.
It's like, you gotta really, if you're not doing a direct adaptation, you gotta make it worthwhile. You gotta say, we're not doing this, we're taking a story from this series, and we're doing our own thing with it.
Like what Fallout's doing.
Yeah, I've not played any Fallout games.
Neither have I, but I
because that's an RPG, because that's a role-playing game, it kind of fits within that, the story that you can be with any character.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to follow any one particular narrative, linear narrative or anything like that.
Yeah.
But what is it about Far Cry that they're not doing? They're just not.
They're doing their own stories and narratives and isolated environments with the primary villainous dictator that is ruling the lay of the land with an iron fist. They're not remaking Far Cry 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, where we would hope to see the likes of Michael Mando return as Voss. Or
See, that's a mistake on their behalf, where I know I have literally just said you can do your own thing as long as you're not taking those characters.
Yeah.
But when a franchise is so heavily known for one thing, and Far Cry, ever since Far Cry 3, has been known for its standout character is its main villain, and these enigmatic and like hypnotic villains, and that being Vass, Pagan Ming, the Giancarlo Esposito, and the
preacher.
The preacher. I have not played 5 and 6. I've not played 6 at all, and I played 5 years ago. I can't remember it. But when a franchise is so well known for those specific things,
Yeah.
it's like you're literally digging for gold, and you're right before you're about to hit, you decide to go home. That day, you're done for the day.
It's like you're digging for gold, which is there, but you ignore it.
Yeah, you're refusing for copper. You're like, I'm just
I
gonna take this.
was gonna say diamond that could have potential, or rocks that may have diamonds in them, but
Yeah.
you're disregarding the gold altogether.
Yeah.
Because there are some adaptations where they do adapt the storyline, and some of it's good, some of it's not. And then there are those that don't adapt the characters or the storyline, but they adapt the environment. So like, look at how many Resident Evil movies there have been. So they've adapted the environment and the settings and some characters, but they've introduced their own thing altogether, and that's why the Mila Jovovich franchise went to shit at some point. It might have a cult following, but then they did do an adaptation, Welcome to Raccoon City, where they had all video game characters, and that movie was shit. So here's Zack Crager doing something that is his own idea. In fact, I believe someone online described this movie is about a character who is like a corpse on the street, and this is their story, or is just like a non-playable character who you pass in a crowd while you're playing as Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. Do you know what I mean? So that's what this is about. It's its own original story set in the environment. It's apparently taking place simultaneously of the events of Resident Evil 2 game. Furthermore, on that, David, before you do the introduction of this podcast,
I think we're well into it now.
and what it is we're talking about, I do have a trailer for a week, which is Resident Evil.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
What?
Resident Evil.
Yeah. The trailer.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's a good trailer, wasn't it?
It's a good trailer. Yeah, I'm excited. I like to see your man back from Weapons,
I saw this
from Euphoria as well.
Yeah, he was in Euphoria. He also shot Karl in The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, another zombie one. Yeah, I didn't put 2 and 2 together on that one.
And he was in Weapons, and sure didn't he do good for sticking with Zack Crager, because all of his cast left, and he was the only one who stayed on and didn't. Either he didn't take on any work or he didn't get any work, but he was one of the very few original actors cast for Weapons that appeared in the movie, because anyone else in that movie was cast by a different actor. But he stayed on, so now he's rewarded him. You're getting Bill and name in this one movie.
Yeah, fair play.
It's a great job.
But to build on what we're saying there, right?
We're talking about Mortal Kombat 2.
We're talking about Mortal Kombat 2. Something that...
Welcome to Talking Pictures Podcast.
Welcome, yeah.
name's
Make
Brian.
sure you subscribe. The like we were saying there, where you're digging for gold, and like there's a possibility that maybe there's a diamond in the rocks here.
Yeah.
I think Mortal Kombat did kind of a clever thing in the first movie, in that we're going to have all these named characters, but we're also going to introduce our own character.
I don't have a problem with this. Apparently the rest of the world did.
Okay. then that goes to show the lack of our video game knowledge of Mortal Kombat, because it didn't bother me whatsoever, because to be honest with you, they could have been all made up. I didn't know, to be like, it was only after the fact did I find out that character,
Cole Young,
was not an actual character within the games.
The only character from Mortal Kombat I knew, it was Sub-Zero. That's it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think he's the most classic, iconic character, hero or villain or anti-hero. I don't know what he is. He's obviously depicted as a villain in these movies. And I guess Johnny Cage as well is another one. And yeah, in the first one, I didn't have a problem with them creating their own character to serve as the avatar into the world of Mortal Kombat, which apparently deals with other realms, nether realms, outer realms, nether regions, shit like that. Like okay, they did that for Cole Young in that first one, and whatever notes they took on, I feel like what they did with the second one is that they done away with what didn't work and what no one cares, and they propelled into what did work. And obviously you saw the movie, David. They undo some things here, or they just disregard certain aspects. And so with Mortal Kombat 2, it can be perceived as just, oh yeah, you can just jump into this movie knowing nearly nothing of the first one. You'll benefit from a few things based on how some characters are introduced, but we have a person from the normal world serve as the avatar to the world of Mortal Kombat, in that of Johnny Cage, a known popular character from the video games. And I guess people are saying this, why didn't you just do that for the first time around? I mean, like, it's good, it's what I expected, and I fucking dug this movie.
Okay, that's good.
Regardless of whatever critic, I don't have critique. What criticisms could I have of this? I'm watching this movie and all I want is fight,
Yeah.
fight, kill, fight him, kill him, KO, kill him, fight, kill, deaths, fatality, flawless victory, kill him, fight. I don't care about stories. I don't care about what narratives. Like, honestly, the fact that they had some characters have decent relationships between one another, whether it be Katana and Jade, or Kung Lao and Liu Kang, or Kano and Kano, or building upon, even though it's very limited, between what Sub-Zero, in this case he's Noob Sailbot, I Wikipedia that, and Scorpion, and yeah, like, I thought, okay, decent stuff, not bad. I honestly, it's like giving me an extra cherry in my cherry on top with my cocoa. But fight, that's it. That's all I want.
I think you've hit the nail on the head here, because like a couple of people have asked me like, how was it? And I go like, it's fine. Like, I don't know what people are expecting. Like, when I think of the Mortal Kombat games, it's one character on the left side of the screen and one character on the right side of the screen, and they fight until someone wins. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, this is a deep lore filled.
I'm not expecting Dune. I'm not even expecting Jumanji.
No,
I just want to see
some
fights.
Yeah, some gore, some fatalities. Yeah, I want to see. And you know what? I like to see some consequences, because they introduce Cole Young, and you know what? They kill him, and I'm like, good. I thought it was actually such a good moment when they kill him, and it's like, oh yeah, there's actual consequences to this. Now, when I say consequences, okay, I'm saying consequences with a big air quotes here, of this is a video game about a fighting tournament where Mortal Kombat 3 comes out. I'm expecting every single character that died to be back alive again, because there's no big quotes consequences to this world.
Like, 3 of the biggest characters who died in the first one
are here,
came back again.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, that's the thing, is that when a video game comes out, when I'm sure when Mortal Kombat 12 comes out and all of the characters are still alive, you're like, wait a minute, I killed this guy in the last one. It's like, who cares? You know, like, it's not that deep. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I think that the fact that when they're having the tournament, and this was actually quite funny, because I went to the cinema to see this. They're actually showing the first movie before the second movie. So I watched the first movie, and it was only about halfway through. Oh yeah, they don't do the tournament in this. This one's all before the tournament. There is no Mortal Kombat in this one. It's just people fighting. So I was like, okay, I guess, yeah, there's...
I like that they committed to that, because I do recall either the writer or the director once talking that, this first movie is actually before the tournament. The second one's going to be during the tournament, and then the third one we're hoping to do is going to be after it.
Okay. Yeah.
Sticking to the guns, David.
Brilliant. I'm delighted. I know that, like, in terms of the video game franchise, I'm pretty sure Mortal Kombat 2 is considered the best of the Mortal Kombat franchise. So I suppose it makes sense to have Mortal Kombat 2 be the one where the actual tournament takes place.
Yeah.
But when you introduce the tournament and you're having characters go off against each other, and the ultimate bad guy, the top guy, is just in the tournament midway through, and there's Cole Young, and I'm like, all right, well, if Cole Young doesn't die here, like, this is just stupid. Like, what was the point in doing this franchise at all if you're not going to kill the characters? And then they squished his head like to a pulp. I'm like,
David,
fabulous. I'm like, great.
They didn't just kill Cole Young. They didn't just smash his head in. The guy uses his hammer as a mop and mops his corpse into the acid.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know how I want to talk about this. Maybe so I want to talk about some of the fighting scenes in terms of the environment. Just some. Maybe some of the characters. That's it. Like, maybe we can wrap this up in 45 minutes.
See, the thing is that, like, what you're saying there, you want to talk about, like, the fights and the characters. Like, I think it's just...
Who do you want to talk about first?
I think it's just... The way I would describe this movie as a whole, okay? You're going to watch it...
What Dune wishes it was.
No. You sit down with your friends, you get a pizza, and you have a few drinks. And you have a laugh. You have a good time. Like, it's inoffensive. I think that the movie is inoffensive. What does it do well as a video game adaptation? It takes the characters you know, it puts in the cheesy lines, the iconic fatality, finisher, flawless victory, all these kind of things, puts them in there, and it has unique stages, or locations for the characters to fight in. One thing I was impressed by this time around was that it did a lot of the specific angle of, like, that you're looking at it from a TV, like how the game is played, like sideways on.
Yeah, the camera would, like, position. Let's say it was looking over the shoulder, and there are two guys like facing off each other, and then the camera pans away where it frames up like you would see two characters about to
face off. Yeah.
In an actual Mortal Kombat game. That happens like twice or three times in this movie.
It's a few different times in a few different fights.
Yeah, which honestly is what we want. It's like one of those war movies where they do a POV from, like, the headset of a soldier, or from their perspective, or from through their goggles, or through their camera on their head. It's like Call of Duty or Battlefield. That's what some movies do for that. That's what Mortal Kombat did for this. That's all we can ask for. We want it. Like, even the 80s, 90s music, that and then some of it actually gives me a bit of goosebumps. Like, fuck yeah. Yeah.
There's for some reason for a franchise I'm not nostalgic for, I don't have any love for this franchise. When I was watching the trailer, like, and at the very end, your man is like, finish him. I'm like, I get goosebumps with that for some reason. It's like, I don't know. It's just like sometimes an iconic line, even though you're not nostalgic for it, it can sometimes just hit exactly right. And it just hit me right there.
And you know what? For the first movie, when it was doing its trailers, the villain for that movie said it. And then same again, the villain of this movie said it in the trailers. So, yeah, keep it consistent. Have the villain for the third movie when you do it, because this movie seems to be doing all right financially. Keep it going. Keep it consistent. I would be delighted for this to be a trilogy and close it, because the third one will probably make no money, because it'll probably be shit, because the director directing these movies, these are his only two movies.
Oh, really?
And the fact that the sequel is his next step, progressing himself to be a bit more of a qualified director. I think there's only so far he can go, because, like, between him directing these two movies, like, he wasn't going to come back for the second one. Like, he actually announced he wasn't, but then he for some reason did. And then the screenwriter, whoever it is, like, for example, writing dialogue, like when Jade says to Katana, when Shao Kahn hired me to be your personal bodyguard, I was like, perfect. I was so lost there. I needed to understand the relationship between these two. I needed to know the backstory of that. Yeah, thanks for telling me. Couldn't have said it any better myself, to be honest. Yeah. Couldn't have wrote it any better myself.
No, you got to say it, because if you're not going to show it, you got to say it.
Exactly. Like, I mean, how show it? How the hell can you show that? We're not a TV show. We're not a video game.
Well, then who do you want to talk about? Because I don't want to. Not that I don't want to talk about anyone. I don't have any particular thing to talk about.
I don't know. Maybe I should have pulled up the poster because the poster pretty much has everyone. Has everyone on it. I don't know. Karl Urban, Johnny Cage,
Billy Butcher.
Honestly, I only seen this movie today, right? Mortal Kombat 2, and I was on my way here to record this with you. Now, and
We've caught up. We've caught up.
yeah,
to the
caught
timeline.
up to the time. Released 2 weeks after from recording, I think, or a week and a half after recording.
Next week. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking to myself, not once did I think of Billy Butcher when I was watching Johnny Cage.
That's good.
Not once did I think of telling myself that's Karl Urban. No, if any time you can tell yourself that's Tom Cruise, that's Dwayne Johnson, that's Jason Statham, that's Kevin Hart, that's Ryan Reynolds. Like the list can go on and on and on. That's Johnny Depp. Like I'm not naming the actors who always play themselves. I'm naming other actors who you can, who are like actually well received, successful actors. I think the middlemen between those range of success and creativities in acting, like Karl Urban or maybe Joel Edgerton, I think those guys are actually very good.
Yeah.
And disappear in the role very well. He owns Johnny Cage. Like he does it a few times, but I think the third time when they're in hell and he like puts the glasses on and he's like, I'm Johnny fucking Cage. Like, yeah, you fucking are. Pretty cool.
It definitely helps to not compare him to Billy Butcher because he doesn't have a beard and has a completely different accent and styles his hair completely differently.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about the lightly touch of the blonde streaks in his hair, but I don't care. Yeah,
It didn't ruin your
no,
enjoyment of the film.
No, I'm not going to criticize it for that. I mean,
I kind of like it. I like the fact that he's the odd one out compared to all of the other characters who've gone through the whole events of the first movie.
they all have their powers.
Even though he is he's
the
probably
Avatar.
one of the big named Mortal Kombat characters, but yet he's the fish out of water in this one.
Yeah, he's Cole Young in the last one.
Yeah.
That's what he is. Yeah, I liked him in this. He was good. Moving on. Honestly, that's all you can talk about. Like, I like this actor playing this character because of this reason. Honestly, tell you, to continue on from that, I was delighted. I didn't know I should have asked for this because we got him going back and forth with Kano. Kano, in my opinion, is the kind of character you would want to see dropped in any kind of IP, and he will react and remain the same as he always is. Drop Kano in The Lord of the Rings, he's gonna shit talk everyone and he's gonna take what he wants for himself. Drop him in the middle of Harry Potter, he is going to do everything worse, nothing different than he does in these Mortal Kombat movies. You drop him in any fantastical or a science fiction property, he is the one guy who is calling shit out for how ridiculous the rules of the IP, even though it works fine within the world. He's like deconstructing it by mocking it.
Yeah. Say what you're not saying.
What do you mean?
Say what you're not saying. Come on, it's on the tip of your tongue. He is the Deadpool of the Mortal Kombat universe.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. Like, think about all the references he made were all to Warner Brothers properties. Like, it was so obvious to me. It's like, okay, they struck gold with this guy, and realized they were like, oh, we killed him. Oh, we just bring him back. Yeah, just bring him back.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Well, let's bring everybody back. You know, the fact that they bring back your man
Kung Lao,
yeah,
and
he's like bad. Like they bring him back and they like corrupt him, and he's like a demon.
Revenant.
He's
Kung
a revenant.
Lao.
Sorry, but they bring him back, but then they bring Kano back, and it's like, oh yeah, just same.
Because
he's not worth the time.
Because his soul is already corrupt. So and he takes that. See, that's what's great about me. Like as soon as he wakes up, he's already calling the necromancer bleached Voldemort or Pennywise. Like of all the things he's calling,
To Warner Brothers properties.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then it's like he's talking shit about this guy. He's following around, demanding this, that, and the other. He wants the amulet back. He wants a new eye that he was briefly promised. And it's like, this is the kind of character that will get killed for being an idiot. And he just fails upwards. Like, he reappears at the end of the movie with these other minions, as if he's in charge of them, like they're serving him, and he says, "Just line up there, guys."
Yeah.
And he just takes them out because he doesn't want to be evil like all the.
Yeah, he
other
said a complete change of heart.
He has a complete change of heart because the makers of this movie realize we want to keep this guy around as much as possible. So it's going to be a little hard to have him be a villain. So let's make him a bit of an anti-hero. Yes,
Yeah.
the Deadpool of the Mortal Kombat universe.
What was your favorite Kano line?
My favorite Kano line.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that one. But my favorite Johnny Cage line was when Kano says, "How do you destroy it?" And he's like, "I don't know." And he tells Johnny Cage, well, read the fucking instructions at the back of an amulet. Oh yeah, sure. It says here, the one to hold the one ring will rule them all. I don't. Go fuck yourself.
Another Warner Bros. Property.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
I quite liked the when like, where's the amulet? And he's like, I don't know, probably in my pocket where I keep things I steal. I just found it so funny. Just like he's only just alive and he's already straight back to I'm just gonna be not helpful at all. I can like watching them back to back. I fully understand why he's your favorite character, and I think this time around, he became my favorite character.
Kano
through both, Kano, absolutely.
He just fucking works. Like that actor, Josh Lawson, I think his name is. Right, Aussie Man Reviews on YouTube was getting tanked because of Kano, because of his Aussie accent, of his quick reactions, his speedy dialogue, his curses and insults. That are actually so harmful. Like you don't even know how to retaliate in insulting him back because he's just too quick for you.
Yeah,
he's got a laundry list.
By the time you're going to reply to one of his insults, he's already insulted you 3 more times.
Absolutely. And it's just funny here that out of the dead characters they bring back, that Kano and Kung Lao are better and improved than Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Sub-Zero feels more like an afterthought than anything. It's like Sub-Zero has to be... For some reason, Sub-Zero has to be the one that fights Scorpion. I'm almost certain that in the games themselves, they're partners or they're brothers or something like that. Like, that's a change that has taken place for this.
Yeah, I think...
But I like them as like a yin and a yang almost.
Yeah, I do like one's ice and one's fire. Now obviously they're progressing them well. Like why does the fire one has the chains and why does the ice one is now elevated to shadow?
He can double himself. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the fact that even though Raiden, Shang Tsung are battling it out as the primary battle, the main storyline, we have these two guys over here at opposing forces, but they're just battling each other. Those guys have their own thing going on here, you know, and that's all it'll ever be. They'll never join forces for the greater good. No, they'll join forces for the hopes to fight one another. That's it.
Yeah,
and
they're locked in an eternal battle almost.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. It's like think of it as Gandalf and Sauron, or Dumbledore and Voldemort. Like, they'll help out their respective armies, but they're only doing it so they can duel each other.
Yeah.
I like to hear.
I like that you also reference to Warner Bros. Properties there in your references.
Yeah, well. In fairness, Johnny Cage did call Raiden Dumbledore a few times, and Kano called him Gandalf in the last one. So I don't know, I can't help it. First time I'm realizing Gandalf and Dumbledore are both Warner Brothers property.
It's only taken you 20-something years.
Yeah, 20-something years. Yeah, 29 now, so I've only copped onto it right now. But yes, like I said, Kano steals the movie again. I think. Well, then again, he does a limited screen time compared to Johnny Cage, but it's propelled with Johnny Cage, and I honestly feel like ever since Hiroyuki Sanada appeared in that one scene in Avengers Endgame and was critically underused and wasted for a character, like, it's Hiroyuki Sanada, and that's the one guy you want him to play. Yeah, the MCU's going on until it's to be said it's going to be rebooted, and you've already wasted an actor like him, and now it feels like since then all the other properties you could probably think of are trying to nab him for something, even in supporting roles. Whether it's the Mortal Kombat movies, like he is the ceremonial guest to have in Mortal Kombat. Like he's obviously doing it for a paycheck because his prestige artistic creation now is Shogun, and like what he appeared as in the odd few like throwaway movies that he is.
He was in John Wick 4, wasn't he?
John Wick 4, that's a great one. 'Cause I forgot about that one. I was gonna think Bullet Train. But that's how I feel like now. Like everyone's nabbing him up now. He was in the Wolverine as well. Like fine fighting skills he had there in that movie. But yeah, he's a man that if you have him in your movie, he shall not be wasted.
No, he elevates it.
He really does. I really do like the actor who plays Sub-Zero as well. I think he's a great martial arts actor. And funny thing as well, the actor who plays Lord Raiden, I think he's actually very good friends with Hiroyuki Sanada because they're both in Shogun. They actually play off each other quite well. Okay. And it's just kind of funny to see that actor plays Raiden in these movies, to be all the wise and the strange voice, how his voice.
He's not that in Shogun, though.
In Shogun, in Shogun, he is the equivalent to Kano.
Oh, really? Okay, wow.
I shit you not.
Wow.
He probably is the most fan favorite character in Shogun. I would look forward to watching him again in Shogun. Because I've seen Shogun, so I know it. But
I need to watch it.
I know you need to watch it, but when you do, you probably won't recognize him at first because he's got a beard and he just acts so differently in Shogun. Like it's just fun. Like it feels like he feels very wooden as Raiden, but in Shogun, he's like I said, he's like Kano in Shogun. Cole Young's here. He dies.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Jax is here. He dies.
You know what? I'm surprised a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. They killed Transformers' arms. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of I gotta give them credit for killing off
more than one character.
More than one character. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like when Johnny Cage and Katana, they're the first fight.
Yeah.
And they're two new characters, and I go, I don't want either of these guys to die. I'm enjoying seeing where their characters are going.
Well, they're the two main characters.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was kind of like, oh, you're gonna kill one of these like that. You can't.
No.
And I was like. I was trying to figure out. I was like, "Well, who's gonna win this?" Like, I feel like Johnny Cage is gonna win this because he's the main character.
I thought it was gonna end where that fight was going to be interrupted.
But the fact then that we find out that Katana is secretly working with Earthrealm and Raiden to she's given information, and that's why she let. And that's actually kind of a good moment as well. I recognize that from the game where after their fight, like I think in the game where if you get your opponent down to a certain level. Then they'll kind of stumble and they'll like fall, and that's when you do like their finishing move. That's when you do a fatality.
I'm only after copping.
That's what Johnny Cage. He was kind of
he was standing there. It was a frame where our entire bodies were in there, and they were
you
like
could see him kind of just stumbling.
Yeah,
like, he's in that animation of. If you do it now, you can do a fatality.
Or maybe he'll rejuvenate and he'll.
No, if you don't do it, they faint. So it's exactly what happens in the game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, if they don't, then you win the game. They just fall over.
That's cool. That's a nice little reference that I didn't cop. You gonna see Lewis Tan in Comic-Con in November? Cole Young.
I was gonna say, tell me who's Lewis Tan.
Cole Young.
I can't say
he's gonna be in the Comic-Con in November.
I can't say that I will be getting Lewis Tan's autograph. I cannot say that I will be getting a photo with Lewis Tan. I wish him all the best. If I see him, I'll go Mortal Kombat, and that'll be it. And I'll try and sneak a photo, and then one of the attendees will be like, "You can't do that," and I go, "Okay," like I tried to do with Egg from Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I tried to take a photo for you, and they were like, "You can't take a photo." And I went, "Oh, okay."
Did someone say that?
He's just a person. Yeah,
he is just a person.
He's just a person.
Exactly. So is Simon Pegg. I am absolutely going to probably spend €100 to have a picture with him and ask him, "Shaun of the Dead."
That's all you'll say. Just say Shaun of the Dead.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, Jax. Yeah, I'm glad they killed more than one character. Funny how it's consistent that the good characters who die. All killed by the main villain, Shao Kahn. I like that. I like the imposing physical presence that actor had in the movie. Like he felt very overtowering and intimidating. Quite good. Yeah, good.
I'm curious to know
he's the one with the popcorn bucket.
I thought that. Yeah, I'm curious to know what the third movie story will be because of the whole like if this realm wins 10 tournaments in a row, then they get to take over. And Earthrealm won this one tournament, so now their whole streak has to start again. So they have to win 10 more in a row. That doesn't really seem fair.
No, it's very awful and stupid. But I don't like.
What's the final? What is this next movie?
Guess what, David? I don't care.
I just want to see fighting.
What did I say? Fight, kill each other, fatality. Kano, fight, kill him,
Yeah.
bring more Johnny Cage, kill
Yeah.
him, fight. Maybe bring Cole Young back, I don't know, don't care. Fight, fatality, flawless victory. But for probably the most forgettable character in the first movie, became one of the most interesting ones in this movie, in Kung Lao. Revenant Kung Lao, the guy with the sombrero hat, with the blades. I liked this character here. Like, was he still a forgettable character for you, or did you like what they were doing with him here and the relationship he had with Liu Kang?
I thought it was, I mean, like, I don't want to say interesting because it wasn't interesting, but like, yeah, I mean, bring characters back. Like, this is a franchise, and this is a world where, like, I kind of nearly have, like, well, there are no rules. You know, anything can happen. So, yeah, bring back the character that died in the last one and have him fight off against his cousin. You know, like, sure, that's an internal battle. That's a real struggle.
Some real conflict going on.
It's a real conflict of interest here where
Paul Atreides don't know shit.
this guy wants to save his cousin but has to fight him in a fight to the death. Like, it's tough. It's a tough going for that guy.
Heartbroken, I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Liu Kang is the main character in the original two
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat movies.
Liu Kang's probably the main character, period.
Okay.
And
Couldn't have told you that.
yeah, that's my understanding of it. But I think Liu Kang and Kung Lao, their fight was the best in this movie.
Yeah.
I think theirs was the best fight. And furthermore, the background, the blue.
Oh yeah, that stage. Yeah.
The blue circles in the sky, that were swirling around. I really liked that whole set. It was the most interesting look. Like, I do like the one Shao Kahn and Cole Young went to with the acid, like the very grimy, dirty basement.
Yeah,
like,
dungeon. Yeah.
yeah, like a proper dungeon. But the Kung Lao and Liu Kang one, that was like more majestic. That's like, it feels like final battle.
Yeah. That's a DLC level.
A DLC level. What do you mean?
Downloadable content. That's not in the main game. That's an extra when you buy. You pay a little bit extra for that level.
Okay, but actually, I was going to think this is the final round. That's what I was thinking, but maybe that was what hell was for. What other diverse characters did they have?
You have Katana and Jade.
Oh yeah, Katana and Jade. Yeah, another great relationship there. The two girls who were the bullies from the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I shit you not. There were 3 bullies in that show.
And the two of them are...
This is the 2 of them.
Wow. Who's the third?
Not in this movie.
Okay.
But
Maybe number 3, fingers crossed.
maybe someone's fan casting it. But what you call it? What else I have to add to that is the one who plays Jade. Do you recognize her?
Yep.
Where's she from?
Last of Us.
And
Intergalactic Supernova, Watch Dogs, Naughty Dog, coming soon, as in 2036.
you mean Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet?
Did I not just say that?
Maybe you did. I wasn't listening. And guess what, David? She was in another video game adaptation, Uncharted. The Uncharted movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, no, I just had to go down a corridor in my mind there and unlock that memory. I couldn't tell you who she is in that movie at all. But then again, I only saw that movie once and didn't. It's like, it was whatever. I never played the Uncharted games.
Disappointed? The movie disappointed you?
I didn't have high hopes for it, so it didn't disappoint me.
I think you should play Uncharted 4.
I will. I'll play all 3. I'll play all 4.
You can skip.
No,
You can play the
I
first.
can't.
You
I
can play
couldn't
the first
possibly.
one. You
Couldn't
can skip
possibly.
the second one and the third one.
Couldn't possibly.
The fourth one is the best.
Couldn't. I know. I have heard that. Yeah.
By
But
far.
I think if I'm doing it, I have to play all of them.
Maybe we can talk about it on a podcast at some point.
We don't do a video game podcast.
Do we
I
not?
know it seems like we're doing one with this episode, but we don't do a video game podcast.
Who else is in this movie? Your one can speak very loud and she can deafen you. Yeah, she's there.
Who?
Katana's mother.
The Katana's mother. Yeah.
Yeah, she's there.
She's there. She fights. She dies, and then she's there again.
Yeah, I know, right? It's funny. Do you know who I did like? Baraka, the man with the rubber phone, the rubbery teeth.
The fact that you knew his name. Well, you've just come from the movie, which is fair enough.
But did you notice how blatant obvious that the teeth, the prosthetics, rubber,
No, I
foam,
didn't. I wasn't
plastic,
looking that close.
You could probably bend the teeth. I could see that. Like, they touch it up digitally and color correct it. Can't change the fact that's just a rubbery thing. You if I grabbed his jaw, it could rip off. But I like that character. Yeah, bring him back. Yeah. I've got.
Bring that character back. It's like, okay, Brian, I tell you what, they don't bring that character back. Name another Mortal Kombat character. We can't. We don't know any other Mortal Kombat characters.
We don't.
If I had said to you after the first movie, name a Mortal Kombat character you want to bring in, you would not have said Baraka. You only know Baraka because you saw the movie. We don't know these characters.
No.
We do not know what we're talking about.
No.
We are taking the piss.
Wait, we kind of have. I'm taking it half seriously while expecting a joke after it because of how stupid it is. But I had a good time.
Don't get me wrong, Brian. No one is saying that we didn't have a good time. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying talking about it. But, like, am I going to go back and watch it?
No.
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
What? Really?
Yeah, I will.
When?
When Mortal Kombat 3 comes out. And I go, how did that movie go again? Like, we watched Mortal Kombat 1 literally 5 years ago. Do you know when I watched Mortal Kombat 1 again? Literally 30 minutes before I watched Mortal Kombat 2 because it was playing in the cinema. If it wasn't playing, I wouldn't have watched it again. So, like, these aren't... I'm not returning to these movies. These are not like, oh, this is a good video game adaptation. It's a fun video game adaptation. Absolutely. I'm absolutely sure there will be lots of people that go, they'll watch this with their friends, they'll get a pizza, and then they'll play Mortal Kombat together. And that's, sometimes, you know what? That's fine. We don't have to be winning Oscars. We can just be having fun. I think sometimes people forget about that. They forget that about the movies. We went to the cinema there, last week? And we saw Hokum and we saw Highlander for the 40th anniversary. I was watching Homelander? Sorry, Billy Butcher on my mind. We were watching Highlander, and I genuinely was like, I am loving this. I love the cinema. Is this the best movie I've ever seen? Absolutely not. Nowhere even close. Am I having fun? Yeah. I just think that, you know, sometimes we forget that cinema is supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be having a good time. And did we have a good time with Mortal Kombat? Yes, we did.
You done talking about it there? I'm ready to wrap this up.
Yeah. We can wrap it up. Brian, have you got any recommendations before we let these people go?
Anything Karl Urban related, or maybe go dip into Josh Lawson's filmography.
What's Josh Lawson got?
No, Mortal Kombat, Kano. That's what he's got.
That's all.
Yeah.
He hasn't got anything else.
Apparently he's in Anchorman 2. He's in Bombshell. He's in The Campaign. He's in I don't know what else. Honestly, Mortal Kombat 1 specifically is his most rated movie. Yeah, good time. Not a long time, but good time. Liu Kang dies.
Liu Kang, like what? He
turns into
he just
fire.
goes, I understand it now. And everyone's like, what? And he goes, I must die. And then he does this like this fire move, and he just leaves. And you know what it's like? Did you ever see The Simpsons where it's like, and then Poochie died on his way to his home planet? Like, I'm sorry, I must go now. And then leaves. That's what it felt like. It was just like Liu Kang was just like, okay, see you in the next one. And he's just gone. And I just was like, okay then, see you in the next one. Brian, have you got any recommendations before we let these people go?
Yeah, well, not so much of a recommendation, just one last thing. See the way when Scorpion shouts, "Get over here!"
Yeah, get over here, dude.
He says that, but that's not Hiroyuki Sanada saying it.
No, of course not. Come on, listen, it's not him.
It's not. It's probably the original voice actor's recording of Scorpion saying, "Get over here." A Caucasian American, probably. It's not okay. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's cool, I guess. It's cool.
I'm gonna recommend another video game adaptation starring Karl Urban.
Oh, what's that?
Doom.
Whoa.
Doom is from 2005.
I know Doom, all right.
It stars not only Karl Urban, but a Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, I thought you were
before
going to say...
he was The Rock.
I thought you were going to say Rosamund Pike.
It also stars Rosamund Pike. But this is like before The Rock was The Rock. Or he wasn't Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He was Dwayne Johnson.
It wasn't Dwayne Johnson. This was before Dwayne Johnson did all those like kids movies, like The Game Plan or The Tooth Fairy or Race to Witch Mountain. So it was definitely before he was just playing himself.
Yeah.
From Fast 5 onwards.
It's not a good movie. I will say that. But it is a video game movie.
And it does have a great, like, somewhat of a, I guess you could call it a gameplay.
The POV sequence.
The POV
That is a great sequence.
That is a fantastic. Yeah. Honestly,
I recommend the Doom POV sequence. That's it. Don't watch the rest of the movie. Just look up the POV sequence. first-person shooter.
I did get a kick at that movie where one by one the team gets picked off. Like, it's pretty cool. Duke was my favorite. I like Duke.
The fact that you can remember character names is fantastic, Brian. Brian, thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that if you haven't already, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice and follow us on all of our social medias. We'll be back next week to be talking more about Karl Urban in this Karl Urban double feature, which is going to be talking about The Boys. The Boys. Huey. Homelander. He's got me son, Huey. Finish it! If you haven't already, make sure to check out our other podcast, which is Saturday Morning Cartoon Club. We have new episodes of that on the last Saturday of every month. So make sure to check that out. We have episodes on Shaolin Showdown. We have episodes on Ed, Edd and Eddy, on Jimmy Neutron, on Grim Adventures. We have upcoming Powerpuff Girls. So lots to choose from there. It's all nostalgia. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure to check out that podcast. Speaking of other podcasts, you can check out all the other podcasts on our network. That's at anotherhappystudios.com. You can listen to Still Got Legs. You can listen to Another Happy Pod. You can listen to The Fishing Trip Files. All that lovely good stuff from those people that can be found at anotherhappystudios.com. Brian, any final words before we let these people go?
No.
Brilliant.
No, yeah, I just don't.
Fatality.
Get over!